Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing my monthly ranked favorites. I cannot believe that the month of October flew by so freaking fast. I have my top 10 products of the month sitting right here in front of me and I'm going to be ranking them for you. There were a lot of new products I tried this month. These right here are my top 10 favorites and I cannot wait to show you. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you leave and let's just go ahead and get started. It's about to be November, Thanksgiving is around the corner, and I'm pretty proud of the fact that this month of October I uploaded a lot of videos. I would love to know how you guys feel about these super frequent uploads. Definitely let me know down in the comment section. I think I did 5 to 6 videos every week. I just honestly had so much to try. So many products have come out right before the holidays. And while I wanted to try and experience as much as I could so that I can then tell you guys which products are my favorite, which ones are worth buying and which ones are not. So let me know how you feel about the frequent uploads down in the comments section. Let me know if you've been watching a bunch of my new videos, and if you haven't, I highly recommend them. Just go to my channel page and see everything that I've uploaded lately. I know that YouTube doesn't always recommend every video, so there might be something there that you've missed that you might be interested in. Anyways, I have my top 10 products of October right here in front of me, and let's just get started with number 10. This month, Huda released some powder products in her Glowish line, and one of those products was a blush. I think Huda's never had blushes in her line before, period. And this blush came in the same super nice formula that the Glowish bronzer comes in, which is super long-lasting, buildable, pigmented. It has a beautiful glowy finish that is not too shiny. It doesn't enhance any texture on the skin. It doesn't dry you out, and it's still extremely long wearing, and I am obsessed with the blush. They come in this type of packaging right here. It is all made out of recycled plastic, and I have the color Healthy Peach, which is the lightest shade that she launched. I like my light subtle blushes, so I knew that this would be the one I wanted to go for, and I have loved this blush every time I've worn it throughout the month. Once I tried it, I wore it a bunch of times afterwards. Every time it lasts so long on my cheeks, and it just has this beautiful peachy, youthful color to it. I absolutely love it, and it is nice and affordable and a great product that you can get your hands on during the Sephora sale that is coming next week. November 5th for rouges, it starts. I'll have a lot of content on the Sephora sale coming next week. I have it all planned out. Hopefully I can stick to my schedule. Anyways, highly recommend this blush. Add it to your cart right now and definitely get it with a discount. It is really, really beautiful. A product that did not work for me this month was the powder foundation that came out with that blush. If you haven't seen the video, I highly recommend it. But in today's video, we're only going to talk about my top 10 products. So let's just keep going with product number 9. And for some reason, this was the month of blush releases. I have, I think, 3 different blushes total in my top 10 because they were really nice. So product number 9 is another blush. In fact, it's a blush and highlighter palette, and it is this one right here from Mother Pat McGrath. Pat McGrath came out with the second part of her holiday collection. This palette is available both on the Pat McGrath website and the Sephora website. I have mine in the lighter shades. So this one has Divine Rose, Desert Orchid, and Golden Nectar highlighter. And if you've been wanting to get your hands on some Pat McGrath blushes but you haven't gone for the big individual sizes, I do highly recommend this palette. The formula of Pat McGrath blushes is amazing, and in this little palette you get 2 blushes and a highlighter for a bit of a discounted price. You do also get smaller sizes of the product, and this actually complemented my collection really nicely because I had gotten Pat McGrath blushes when they first came out, but lucky for me I didn't have either one of these colors. I did already have the highlighter, but that is okay. I have 2 other blush colors that I can now play with, and I really like this. This from part 2 of the Pat McGrath holiday releases. This right here was my favorite. Also, something else you can add to your cart now and have it ready for when the sale goes live. Let's move on to product number 8, which is also from Pat McGrath, and it is this very bougie highlighter right here. This is actually the highlighter that I am wearing today, and you guys can see it is very, very glowy and shiny. I actually really like this light champagne gold shade of highlighter. It comes in this very luxurious gold packaging, and it has the prettiest embossing I've ever seen on a product ever before. It feels very royal up in this highlighter. Anyways, absolutely loved it. It is a pretty penny, $60. Maybe during the next Pat McGrath sale, she'll actually include some of the new products. Fingers crossed, who knows, but definitely keep an eye on this one. I bought it full price and I really like it, but with a discount it would be amazing. Last blush palette we have to talk about is this one right over here from Patrick Ta. So this right here is product number 7, and this one was kind of unexpected because I bought it because I knew that there was a lot of interest in it, but truly because of how vibrant the colors are, I really didn't think I was going to like it as much. And as you can see, out of all the blushes I'm talking about in today's video, it's actually my favorite. It is now back in stock at Sephora at the time that I'm filming this video, so if you've been wanting to get your hands on it, definitely check out the link in the description box, because this is back in stock, and this might be worth getting even without the Sephora discount if you really want it, because it might sell out again. But you know, it depends on how important it is for you to get it. Anyways, this is the blush that I'm wearing in today's video, and as you can see, I can make it look very, very natural by blending it a little bit extra, but I just really like the undertones of the shades. So today I'm actually wearing this powder right here, and then instead of putting this cream on top, I put this cream on top of this powder, and this right here is the result. Of course, I'm also wearing bronzer and highlighter and all of that, and what I like to do is I like to just apply it, gauge the level of intensity that it has, and then I go back with my sponge that I did my makeup with, and I just tone it down a little bit. And I really like the way it looks and the texture of the product, and also the undertone of these blushes I just think is absolutely beautiful. So again, if you've been interested, check the link down below. It might still be available right now at Sephora. Product number 6 are the Lethal Cosmetics eyeliners right here. I cannot believe how good these are. These are super, super creamy, extremely easy to apply. You can use them as an eyeshadow base if you were to want to do that. I have these colors right here, or you can use them as a colorful eyeliner. One of you commented you can even put it in your waterline. I actually haven't tried that yet, but I'm interested because that's my favorite way to use eyeliner, is to put it in my waterline. But with these, I've even ventured into doing some colorful wings, and I absolutely love them. They are just so easy to work with, and I really love that they come in these super fun colors. So this right here was something that I was so glad I tried this month, because I immediately fell in love with them. I'm not sure if my Lethal Cosmetics discount code is still working. The code is PATTY, P-A-T-T-Y. I'll definitely have it written down below and you guys can try it, and if it still works, you can save 20% off of your order. Okay, so top 5, and actually my number 5 is 2 things instead of 1. This is not cheating at all. I don't know what you're talking about. But at number 5, I have the Lisa Eldridge lip liners and lipsticks. I couldn't put them in different categories. I discovered them at once. I absolutely love them, and I had to include them in this video because I am now obsessed. Somebody welcomed me on Instagram the other day to the Spending All Your Money on Lisa Eldridge club, and I feel very welcomed, okay? I'm actually wearing my nude combo that I bought, which is the lip liner in Fawn and the lipstick in the color Intrigue, and I am beyond obsessed. When I reviewed it, I said that the mattes were creamy but not as creamy as Charlotte's, and I stand by that. But what I did not know when I said that was that they are practically transfer proof. I went downstairs after I filmed that video and I drank some water out of a glass cup, and I was very surprised at how little, if any, transfer there was onto my cup, which makes this lipstick lip liner combo a lot more valued in my opinion. Besides that, even though they have a matte finish, my lips do not feel dry or look dry when I'm wearing them, and I definitely plan on picking up some other shades from these lipsticks and lip liners as soon as the foundation releases, because I want to just, you know, place an order. And I just cannot wait to continue to discover her brand. I also want to try her version of the Hollywood Falls filter. I don't know what it's called, but I'm intrigued about that too. Anyways, Lisa Eldridge lip liners and lipsticks are a definite win. At number 4, we have our first eyeshadow palette, and that is this beauty right here. This is the Mini Metropolis palette from Natasha Denona, and I really like it. If you have the big Metropolis palette, you do not need this, okay? Don't need it. However, if you don't have the big Metropolis palette and you've been wanting something with those vibes, this is highly recommended. I love Natasha Denona's formulas, and I love the looks that I was able to create with this little palette. I tried this palette live a couple of weeks ago, and it was such a fun experience to try it well live with you guys and talking to you and whatnot. I definitely have to do more lives soon. They will be coming. I don't know when. I don't have a schedule for live videos, but at some point I will continue to do live videos because they are truly so much fun. Anyways, going back to this palette, absolutely love it. The color combinations are beautiful. It is a spectacular palette for the fall season and the holiday season because it has the gold and the green and the nudes as well. Like, if you take out this warm matte shade right here, that is a perfect holiday palette, and with that matte shade right there, it is a beautiful fall palette. I highly recommend that one, and that one is available at Sephora. So again, if you live in the US or Canada, definitely have it in your cart for when the Sephora sale starts next week. At number 3, and I cannot believe I'm putting this palette in this video because I just tried it 3 days ago for the first time. It was 3 days ago. But it's going to be in this video because I've already done enough looks with it that I know that I love it. I'm obsessed. The color story is amazing, and it deserves the number 3 spot for the month of October. No doubts about it. And I'm talking about the Viseart Viseart palette. Again, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Nobody corrected me when I said it in my review video, so I must be right. We'll see. Anyways, this palette right here, let me just show you the eye look that I created with it. Right? I'm obsessed. The color story is beautiful. I love the matte shades, but the shimmers, the jewel tone shimmers in this palette are spectacular. I think this is a colorful palette that you can use year round. This little palette right here changed my whole outlook on Viseart palettes. I liked Viseart palettes, but I thought they were a little bit too pricey. And then when I saw this size for the $44 with this beautiful performance and color story, I just like fell in love with Viseart, where before I was just like, you know, I like them, they're okay. Now I'm like a little obsessed, especially with this color story right here. So you'll definitely see me reviewing more Viseart in the future when new palettes come out, and I highly recommend that you get your hands on this one if you've been wondering about it. If you like the color story and you weren't sure, go for it. You will not regret it. This palette is not only beautiful, it is extremely user-friendly and also very travel-friendly, because I really like the way that these are packaged. They just feel like you can take them anywhere with you and they won't take up too much space. I cannot believe I only have 2 products to go. I feel like I'm moving through this video very swiftly. The product number 2, which you're going to be surprised that this is not number 1, okay? I know, it's number 2. And that is the palette that I'm using right now. Can you guess which palette this is if you haven't looked in the description box yet? The Celestial Odyssey palette from Pat McGrath. I had started using this one in the month of September, but I did my 5 Looks 1 palette this month, and so I truly got to experience every single shade from this palette better and see how they work with one another. And I just got a lot more hands-on experience with this color story. And I can now tell you that I like this holiday palette better than last year's holiday palette from Pat McGrath. It is true. This one, I like it better. The color story is better. The packaging is better. It has more matte shades, which to me is important. Also, just look at this beautiful eye look I was able to create with it. This look was inspired by the look I created with the Viseart palette from Viseart. I was like, I want to do the same with Pat. Anyways, $78 for Pat McGrath's glorious formula. I highly recommend it. The Sephora sale is coming, but also whenever the Sephora sale happens, Pat McGrath usually has a sale too. And if Pat has a sale at the same time as the Sephora sale, it's usually 25% instead of 20%. So I recommend that you get this palette from the Pat McGrath sale if it's included. Otherwise, then get it during the Sephora sale that starts on the 5th. Anyways, this is a beautiful palette. I absolutely love the color story. If you need inspiration, I have this 5 Looks 1 palette that I created with it. It was so much fun. The sizes of the eyeshadows in this $78 palette from Pat are a little smaller, but you do get 18 shades instead of 10, and you don't get the Astro Blitz shades. But honestly, even though Astro Blitz shades are very special, you still get amazingly well-performing shadows in a regular Pat McGrath palette, and I just cannot recommend it enough. If you've been wanting to try the Pat McGrath formula but her palettes are just usually too expensive, this is the way to go right here, especially with the discount. I highly recommend it. And my number 1 product for the month of October, I wonder if anybody can guess it. I highly doubt it. I cannot even show you it because it's a product that hasn't come out, and that is the Lisa Eldridge foundation. Again, if you haven't seen that review, I highly recommend that you check it out, where I tried the Lisa Eldridge foundation and lipsticks. As you can see, all of the products I tried in that video made it into my monthly favorites, but that foundation though, I am so amazed at how that foundation looked and wore all day long, how my face looked poreless, how I looked so natural but flawless. I don't think I've ever had a first impressions with a foundation better than the first impressions I had with my Lisa Eldridge foundation sample. It was a sample I tried and I'm this obsessed, okay? Whenever that foundation comes out, don't walk, run, okay? Medium buildable coverage with the most natural finish. It blurs your pores. You just look perfected, like you have porcelain skin. There's like literally nothing else I could ask for. That foundation is gold, and I am going to be super happy to pick it up whenever it releases, which I don't know when that is. Does anybody know when that is? If you know, let me know down in the comment section, because I cannot wait to have the Lisa Eldridge foundation. It is my number 1 favorite thing of the month of October that I tried, hands down, no doubts about it. And I only tried it one day. I did wear it for like 12 hours and from a freaking sample, okay? Anyways, if you guys like this video, don't forget to please give it a thumbs up before you leave. Let me know your thoughts about all of the content I've been uploading lately. Let me know if you're sick of me yet. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you back in the next video. Bye.